So Objective-C categories are a way of extending the functionality of existing classes. So if you have your own classes and you want to add a method or some type of functionality that the base class doesn't need, but in this specific example would be nice to have or whatever, or you could extend basic foundation Objective-C classes or Cocoa classes by using categories. I don't think it's recommended that you do that, but in this example we will. And one thing that I like to add to NSString is a slice capability. So we'll use a category to add a slice method to NSString that's more straightforward to use than the substring method is. So to get this started, we need to create a new file, and we will want Objective-C category. So hit next, and this category will be named slice, and it's a category on NSString. So this is kind of like your superclass that we are extending. So without categories, we'd have to like inherit from a superclass, add that, and then whenever we wanted to use that, instead of using NSString, we'd have to say like use my string or whatever, a new thing. But by using categories, then people can use NSString just like they've always did with these added capabilities. So it's really nice. So let's bring up this assistant editor, and we just declare our method here in our interface. You'll notice one difference is we don't have any like the colon where we extend our superclass. We just have interface, NSString, and then parentheses, then what our category name is. And if you look at the names of our files here, it says plus slice, so NSString plus slice is what we're adding on. So let's start out. We will return a NSString, and we'll say slice at start, and then we'll pass in an NS integer named start, and then at end another NS integer end. Okay, so in our implementation we need to write the code for this. So NSString slice at start and end. So here we will need to create a new string variable and change our slice around. So we have NSString new string equals, and we'll call self because we're doing this slice on ourself, and then it's substring with range, so a start and an end. So this takes an NS range. So this NS range is a struct, and it's just a start and an end. So we can declare this range, so NS range, and then we'll just call this range equals NS make range, and this takes two parameters, so the start and the end. So we just pass in start, and the end is a little different. If we have a string which is length of 50 characters and we have a start of 10, then we can't say our length is 50 because it's wherever the start is. So our end has to be 40, so it has to be our end minus our start. Okay, so if our start's 10, our end will be our whatever the user specifies as end minus the start. So we just say end minus start. Okay, so there's our range. So substring with range, pass in our range. So now we have a new string which is split at that substring, and we will just return new string, auto release it. Okay, so now we just added slice to NSString. So in our main application here, or our main function here, we do have to import this. So import NSString plus slice. Now if you have this as a framework or a set of classes, then you can have this import there and then it'll trickle down, but we have to import this somewhere if you want to use it. So now we can make a new string, my string equals NSString, string with string, and then we'll just put this is my string. Alright, so now we want to slice this. So let's have an NSLog, and we'll call my string and then slice at start, and we'll say we'll slice after this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, and at end to we'll just say my string dot length. So even though the end here may be the full thing, what it's doing is taking 5 minus the end, so we're okay. So if we run this, both succeeded, and then we get the is my string printed out in NSLog without the this because we sliced it off. So that's how you add functionality to existing classes, whether it's the default foundation classes or your own classes where you just, in this specific application, you need an extra method or two to make your life easier. Use categories. It's easy and it's really nice. It's one of my favorite things about Objective-C.